This is Copper 90, and these are the top 5 managers England should approach. Forget Klopp, Pep and Jose, they're going nowhere for the foreseeable future. Here are the 5 contenders whose tournament experience, defined playing style, or both make them worth a shot. At 5 is Laurent Blanc. If you believe the bookies, then Arsene Wenger is a firm favourite to be offered the job. But despite another season of misery and Arsene out banners at the Emirates, it's highly unlikely that Wenger would leave. And, in all honesty, England don't need another manager whose teams choke when things get real. So step forward Laurent Blanc. Basically a junior Wenger in that he's French, sophisticated and looks great in a trench coat. If it's big tournament experience that you're after, then he's got it in spades, after captaining France throughout the 1998 World Cup. And he's used to pressure after spending 3 seasons at PSG, winning 11 of the 12 domestic trophies available in his time there. The jury might still be out tactically, but he got one over Jose Mourinho in the Champions League, and was thought of by Alex Ferguson as one of the most intelligent players he's ever coached. At number 4 is Guus Hiddink. We know what you're thinking, but bear with us. It's true that Hiddink's last crack at international football ended terribly, what with him presiding over the implosion of the team that finished 3rd at the 2014 World Cup. But this was a rare failure in an otherwise stellar career. He memorably took South Korea to the semi-finals of the 2002 World Cup, playing a daring style of football that saw them become the neutrals' favourite. Another feather in his cap is that players, particularly those based in England, love playing for him. With the manner of a friendly uncle, his man management is second to none. And although Chelsea weren't thrilling to watch after he replaced Mourinho, they were much better defensively. He even managed to coax Eden Hazard back to Player of the Year winning form. At number 3 is Eddie Howe. Unquestionably the hipster's choice, Howe has long been talked of as a future England manager. His sides play attractive and expansive football. He's good in a press conference and he's as forward-thinking as domestic coaches come. Although he's had a decent budget on the South Coast, to keep Bournemouth in the Premier League without compromising on his continental approach is a remarkable achievement. If Roy Hodgson was considered negative and more concerned with the opposition's fullbacks than his own strikers, Howe will be the diametric opposite. His players seem to love him, his coaching is said to be inventive, progressive and varied, and he has a smile that melts hearts and weakens knees. Would he want to potentially ruin his career by accepting the poison chalice? Stranger things have happened. At 2, it's Big Sam. Dudley's finest might have spent his summer throwing all the shapes by the pool in Marbella, but there is nothing in the world he would prefer to do than manage England, even if it is hard to imagine his chest being physically able to puff out any further. Although he gets hammered for his claim that he'd be feted if he was called Aladici, and despite the fact his teams can sometimes be accused of playing attritional football, the big man is actually an intelligent manager who stops at nothing to improve his teams and wrings every last drop of talent out of his players. He might not fit the elusive DNA that the FA keeps hammering on about, but it's going to take a generation for that to bear fruit at senior level. So, if England want a coach who will play a resolutely English style of football, drill his defence to within an inch of their lives, and get all up in the grill of the opposition, then they could do a lot worse than call on Samuel Allardyce. And at number 1, it's Slaven Bilic. The newly crowned best pundit in the world has been an absolute revelation in France. Astute, aggressive, and fond of waving his hands around to illustrate a point, his bang-on analysis has left lesser pundits looking like rabbits caught in headlights. Best of all, though, is that Slaven could walk the walk. His Croatia team memorably stopped England from qualifying for the 2008 Euros, in the game that forever linked Steve McClaren with umbrellas, tactical ineptitude, and incurable sadness. And he's taken the Premier League by storm too. His West Ham side might have just come up short in the race for Champions League qualification, but the way he fused a squad of variable quality together to play some proper rock and roll football meant that the last season at the Berlin ground was one to savour. But would he leave West Ham when they appear on the cusp of breaking through the glass ceiling? We'll have to wait and see. That was Copper 90's top 5 managers England should approach. Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Copper 90.